रेडी 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 भाई। जल्दी से आज मिशन पे पहुंचेंगे, या तो अपने शॉर्ट वाले मिशन करेंगे और फिर लॉन्ग वाला मिशन पे जल्दी पहुंचेंगे। भी बैठा हुआ आज, कल तो मैं वही करता रह गया था पूरा। असिस्टेंट क्रिकेट खेलूंगा इसके बाद में। कौन सा गेम? असिस्टेंट क्रिकेट। ये कहाँ पे है? 5,000 किलोमीटर यहाँ से लग रहा है। वहाँ पे जाके हमें और क्या दूर तो जाना पड़ता है।
Weather like this is perfect for enjoying the outdoors. Want to go for a spin? Here, hop on.
बेटा तू खड़ा हो सकता है ऐसे? देख लो बेटा कहाँ पकड़ा हूँ, दिख रहा है ना रस्सी पे? नहीं दिख रहा? रस्सी पे खड़ा हूँ बेटा। देख अब गिर गई। डांस थोड़ी ना डांस ही थोड़ी ना करते इसमें, हर चीज में डांस होता थोड़ी ना होता। हाँ वो पीटने में वो मजा लेती है, वो डांस से ज़्यादा फालतू काम नहीं करती। और आप पिटाई करती है राइट हैं? कितने लोग एक बार में मार लगा देती है। पागल नहीं बेटा, इतनी खतरनाक कैरेक्टर है भाई, गॉड है भाई अपनी सिटी की। ए भाई करनी एक सवाल को कितनी बार पूछेगा? फिर से वो अलग ना हो जाए। मैं कॉफी बनवाएगा यार, मेरे को पता नहीं बनानी पड़ेगी। रेडी। ये वाला मिशन सबसे बेकार मिशन लगता है मुझे, सबसे घटिया मिशन लगता है। क्या अबे क्या करना था वो? सर जाइए, क्या चाहिए? बैठने बन जाते हैं लोगों की, कौन सी बात? अरे भाई चलो भाई, ये भी मैसेज। तेल मत लगा अभी ना। अब क्या करना है? नेक्स्ट मिशन पे चलते हैं। थोड़ा सा ऊपर है। कोई नहीं बोल रही, ये तो कंप्लीट भी कर दी मैंने कब की। ये मिशन करके आऊँगा।
Pyroclastic surge! Full throttle! Transfixed! Give up!
भाई आवाज हो रही है तो मजदूर की है। राम राम। क्या नहीं मिलता? हाल है, तुमने मना करी। हाल है तेरा।
What you got?
Light of the blazing sun!
How's this?
Rep! Laid bare!
चल निकल यहाँ से।
This is where you fall. Overruled. Don't waste my time. Submit!
Take this!
Rise with the...
ओके, फिर पावर लाने के लिए कहाँ जाएंगे? बेटा ऐसे लेते हैं, मिशन बार ऐसे करते हैं। तुम मुझे नौटंकी मत करना, डराने पहुंच जाओ वो वाली हरकतें मत करा करो। कभी कोई गुस्सा भी हो सकता है, ध्यान रखा करो ये चीज़ से।
A reward on the road. A reward on the road.
क्या तुझे बता रहे हैं? मैं बता रहा हूँ कुछ काम है, तुम तो जाओ।
Try and stop me!
क्या चिल्ला मत, अभी 2 मिनट ना शांति से बैठे। बात मम्मी के पास जाके बोलते हो यहाँ पे।
An impressive bounty. An impressive bounty.
A reward on the road.
चुटकू पुटकू दबक रही है तो मतलब सबसे दबकता हुआ था जो आ जाए डराने की वजह कुर्सी दे दी छोटू इन्हें एक बार रखी होगी अंदर अंदर 15 पे पहुंच गया बेटा 15 तू कह रहा 15 हाँ बुला रही मैं तुझे 15 लेवल तक इवेंट में ये नेटलाइन में डबल मिलेगा डबल पॉइंट इन जूमा मैं छोड़ गया है ना हाँ यार तो मैं छोड़ के जाऊँ मैं आ जाएंगे तो ये आप आई थे देवन के
Give up.
Lightning flash! Thunderclap! Wrath from the sky! Full throttle!
It's nothing.
Transfixed!
Witness my rise.
संसारा कर दिया मैंने क्या संसारा सांप 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 दो सांप पकड़े
Let's get you out of this.
Plastic surge!
हाँ
To the ferry.
ठीक है हम इससे अभी नहीं अरे मुझसे थोड़ा चुप ही अब तू रह गया तू आता हाँ कौन नहीं हो रहा है ये तो करंट मारूंगा पकड़ा निकल जा
Picked the wrong test subject.
जिंदगी का रॉन्ग टाइम सब्जेक्ट
I'll keep this close.
Wrath from the sky! Light it up!
मिनट करने के साथ मैंने पूरा बना दिया करता
This is where I fall. Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
Lightning flash! Following thunder!
Get the berries.
Transfixed!
Finally, No.
कितने सबको घुटनों पे ले तो ये ले ले हाथ से आवाज करेगी थी तेरा भाई पॉइंट कितने मिले ये 35 तो मिल जाएंगे मिलती तो नहीं है, यही तो बात है। जाने कैसे मिलेगी भगवान जाने। भगवान जी जाने, क्या कहता ना, भगवान जाने, भगवान जी जाने भैया। ये लॉक क्यों है भाई? मैं तो जैसा लॉक कर कर ये वाला कुछ करते हैं आज। कौन पागल है? कौन पागल है? पागल है वो। एक पागल दूसरे पागल से तो कूद गया मैं।
Hey, isn't that Charlotte?
Got it.
I see. So you believe that this warning letter was
Got
sent
it,
by the
got it.
Phantom Weasel?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey!
मेरा
What a
इंटरव्यू लेगी और क्या?
coincidence! Fancy meeting you here. Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
चाहिए?
Yeah, this is the first time we're here. Huh? Oh,
निकाल
sorry.
ले भाई।
Yes, this case is from a decade
निकाल ले।
ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it.
ये तोड़ दे।
Well,
अपने
not
को
to
क्या?
worry. You're in good hands
ये
because
निकाल
I'm
पर्पल
a
वाला,
professional.
अपने को चाहिए वो।
The story goes like
निकाल,
this.
नाम क्या रहा है?
10 or so years
purple,
ago, a
purple
phantom
निकाल।
thief became active. Wow! Precisely. Well, except the part he would just as
चल,
soon steal a
lighting करने
necklace
चल,
from a
चल,
rich
चल।
merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor.
Phantom
But
thief?
this guy did not. Yeesh. Not exactly. A magician, Nick, when the police went through it. Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down. I had to squeeze
चल,
through
मैं
the
तो कह रहा
crowd
हूँ,
this
चल।
morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here.
ये कैसा
So,
लेटर है भाई?
This is the warning letter, huh? Let's see. 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the Opera House. This is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance. What once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why has he reemerged now?
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be... Really? Let him try!
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the public are very concerned about the... Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview
go.
notes, something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Is that who I think it is?
रहने दे, बाहर ही निकाल ला जा, रोड पे जाकर तोड़ ला जा, रोड पे जाकर तोड़ ला। यहाँ पे तो कांच हो जाएगा, रोड पे तोड़।
Magic, magician, Caesar, the Phantom Weasel. That's it. Let's go interview Lenny.
जा, ले ले, इंटरव्यू ले ले।
You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too. And
What
what
do you
do
do?
Phantom Thieves and magicians?
ये तेरे में ही है।
Oh, relax. My
बताइए।
journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is...
फालतू की स्टोरी बना रही है तू, बता रहा हूँ।
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy, which means we can read other people's minds.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax,
बस
because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind, as if to say, no, I mustn't let him guess.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. But the more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out. You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your...
You can tell?
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my...
Alright.
चलो लगा चल। अरे लेने इधर देख ले भाई, ये लड़की पागल है रही है, वो कुछ बताता है, तो वो अपने जादू वादू दिखाता है, ये पागल है रही है।
Hey,
Why, hello.
well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expressions. That, plus the fact you guys on the other...
Wow, got it in one!
Wait, really? His warning letters...
Bingo! I plan on writing a column. So
अबे
Lenny,
झूठ बोल रही
what
है,
are your
चल हम
thoughts on
करना
this?
है।
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry? Why?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing there.
Huh. What are the chances? Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter get out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves me with only one choice.
Really? So what you're saying is...
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge.
You're being far too...
Thanks for the compliment. A lot of people liken magicians to think. Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower. Just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's good.
That's the question. Where did it go? Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes...
A surprise? Let me see! It's right there! But how? You haven't moved this whole time!
What an outstanding trick! So sorry, Lenny. It seems that my...
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to... Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate...
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are, for example, magician, but you used a...
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. It sounds like some...
Well noted. Please feel free to get in touch. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've...
So, Lenny...
I'm afraid that's my...
Aw, you feel it too, right? So itchy!
Not so itchy then. Well, since you're so...
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too! Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that
अरे
darn trick
बातें
is
मत
done.
कर,
Shall we
चल
go
रहा है।
for it?
Excellent. Thank you for... The first thing we need to look into is who's... But if he... And if we're investigating, we should make a move.
I'm not guessing. Take a guess.
अबे visual effect. Shadow.
Find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
Visual fog. हम नहीं कर सकते थे। ठीक है।
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they
ये हमारे हाथ
please.
आया ना। अब सही है ना कपड़े? ऐसा। आना भेजा अबे अंदर ही भेज रहे हैं ऑयल लाए हैं कहाँ चले गए ये लोग खाने लगे।
You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and...
It's been a while, Annette. We're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she's...
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around.
I'll wait for you here and see if Gemma shows up.
Excuse me, good sir.
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why either. She's hard. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often she just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in thought. Sometimes she talks to herself. I asked her what she was doing once. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to...
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away?
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's... I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters, if I'm honest. I think this is all so unfair to... Anyway, all of that said... Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid.
All right, well, thanks for...
You're welcome.
कल कितने बजे आएगा वो? कल कितने बजे आएगा? बना दो मम्मी ने, भूख सी लग रही है कुछ।
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel...
You're kidding.
I don't know anymore, but what if? Just...
Called it.
Oh, please.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you. We're actually quite...
You've come to the right people. He was a great man. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really incredible stuff.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes, he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
Huh. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some... No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong? Wait, it looks like she's injured. Come on, let's see if she's okay. Hi there.
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Yeah.
Thanks for your concern.
मम्मी को देखा है।
But you didn't answer my question. Who are you?
My name is Linny, and this is...
My name's Paimon.
The
वहाँ
Weasel
रख दे, मैं
posted a
स्टोर पे।
warning letter this morning. If he still lives, you knew Caesar better than anyone.
क्या होगा बेटा?
I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10
Okay,
years,
okay.
do you remember?
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right, sorry.
If you don't have any more questions, please
Okay.
leave. I want to be alone with him.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely.
That's fair. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day.
नेक्स्ट कहाँ जाना है? टाइम बिताओ बस। टाइम बिताओ, टाइम बिताओ, टाइम बिताओ, टाइम बिताओ।
Something you wish to report? Go on.
And we should
You have
report?
my undivided attention.
दोबारा मैंने कितना टाइम का? फिर रात हो गई।
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to. Today we'll be looking when Caesar passed before long. I had to pull a lot of strings.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Get a load of this guy.
I only agreed to...
Much obliged. Yesterday morning. Oh, I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your in any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head-on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking?
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming...
Another day,
Oh, come on!
If I wanted your life advice...
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! This is your first time, and he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway, point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And he's still into, from what I hear.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you. I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that? He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him. You okay there?
Who are you? Oh, I said way too much back there, didn't I?
So he was serious about threatening to cut you off?
Hey! Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs.
What kind of bad things?
Don't even and take it from me. Trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in no...
And there he goes.
Shh! Don't say anything and don't look back.
दूर मिशन दे रहे हैं आज ये लोग तो। क्या फिर फायदा क्या गेम खेलने का? गेम में मिशन ही होते हैं सबसे ज्यादा मेहनत।
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourself?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today? Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this out.
Hyman doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister!
Save your questions, missy. You ain't gonna need answers where you're going.
Looks like we can't avoid this fight. Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Don't worry, we got this!
ठीक है। मोहम्मद मत खाना। मोहम्मद मत खाना। मोहम्मद मत खाना। कुत्ता मिल के आ रहा है। कुत्ता।
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble.
Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with it! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they said just before they left? Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. You're right. Maybe she was too...
Let's head back to the
Yep. उसमें बढ़ गया। बार बार इधर से उधर भेजना है। 2 मिनट फाइट कराते हैं, 4 बार वापस आए। बगल में ही है वो उसके।
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine. So, you can relax now.
What? Why?
So,
That's putting it mild. It's been 10. How do I know it?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details because you see.
Okay.
I've heard that Caesar used to have. Do you know where it?
The Fluvesonde. I also know.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it.
But
But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
को जाना पड़ेगा। अंदर ना हो जाए भाई। करोगा? भाई जमीन के नीचे बता रहा है। जमीन के नीचे। पाइपों में हो गए। Okay. हाँ माना नहीं अरे लैब क्या कर रहा है क्या देख रही मूला इधर ही आना था
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby.
पर यहाँ तो कोई वर्कशॉप ही नहीं दिख रही
Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first. There we go. It should be just down here.
और अंडरग्राउंड काम ले भाई फाइट हो गया अंदर आर्टिफैक्ट्स दीवार है आर्टिफैक्ट एक भी तो नहीं सकते नहीं तो देखने का फायदा अब अपन है इस पे यार का डैमेज देगा अबे यार
This was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was was that?
आने पे
Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
क्या कर बे
Laid bare.
क्या करना है मैं क्या करना है यहाँ तो खुल गया
Whoa. Look,
ये डैमेज है इंसेन
down
है
the
भाई
box is glowing.
ले
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
करना क्या था वो एक अब तो खोल दे दरवाजा ताऊ चलो पर थोड़ा जरूरी होता है थोड़ा मन मनो क्या कर सकते हैं अब तक नहीं बोलोगे ये तो बोलना पड़ेगा
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
मेरा ध्यान हट गया था ठीक हो गया आजा भाई
Take this!
मैं ताऊ अच्छा चलो तो नहीं रहता वो भूल गया था सॉरी बार आता ना भूल जाता था तो डिब्बा पे तो नहीं होगा देखे डिब्बा पे तो नहीं है देख ले भाई होते हैं ना डिब्बे पता नहीं अब पता नहीं हम दिन के मिशन पे आ गए चलो 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 आगे देखते हैं क्या करना है आगे वाला कौन सा सीन है
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing
मैं
here.
कहीं दांत में कीड़ा लग जाएगा मीठा खाएगी तो
This was a
ज्यादा
wasted trip.
This place seems a little too... We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe, Ha!
कौन आ रहा है मैं?
How did you know?
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike. Looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around. This is no time for distractions. Seriously, you have a great magician standing right here. You don't want to miss the best part, do you?
एक मिनट पहले आज एक सेकंड आया मैं.
That seeing is believing.
Back,
There's no limit to the number of tricks I can pull off.
पट. मम्मी ने देखा था हमारा रखवा दिया. चल पे. क्या? कौन? वो ना लेके बताओ.
This is no time for distractions. Seriously, you have a great magician standing right here. You don't want to miss the best part, do you? उन्हें पता है यहाँ बैठना है तो नहीं. कौन सा डिब्बा हुआ? जा सकते हैं वो ट्राई मारा भाई. मारे तो मिलेगा और मन लगेगा. तो लाना भी है तो पहले बोल दो. ठीक है. हाँ तब तो फोन कर देते हैं. फोन करा था उसने. Right up. Here comes the finale. Stay calm, stay calm. Yeah. Yeah.
Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there some device?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys... If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right.
The placement of this...
Seems like we can't step on the same tile twice. Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh? Wow! There's a hidden room here! Let's see! Oh, this bookcase is full of Caesar's own... This book's thick as a brick! Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
At one of my shows as a joke, so I wound up... Two children came... Anyway, I told them... It seems like... Surely he's... I have a good... They have all... They wanted to... With time, Gemma thinks... It's nearly time. I once... It's only been... They're very... They hide things. That's the thing about... I can sense that their lives have been hard. after thinking. P.S. P.P.S. Oh, Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business next time.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette. So...
Hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Fishy?
All in good time. Before we go over our... First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. At this point... Meanwhile... Oh no!
Very vivid.
The audience is gay. Of course, that's just how I think the inventor of the... He fell right to the... And no one else has...
So Caesar's famous high poem was about... Wait a second.
Glad you asked. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance. And it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about. Once the magician's inside and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and... At this point, the magician presses a button. He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and...
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably do it.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part... There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, many days, and... Caesar was a
So, how did it go so wrong? You said...
I can make a pretty good... I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side.
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Because a magician can't afford to have their most big... But the essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. And so, but in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, exactly, I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds, but I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature. He'd barely need to think about what he was doing because muscle memory would guide him through. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly, his heart skipped a beat. Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button. Maybe, with the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his...
When in reality... But how would they be able to make this...
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed. Isn't that right?
You just couldn't. There's not a lot of people, but I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good for you and back off like the lady, but... you disappoint.
You mean Gemma? So you are the one who's been threatening...
Yes, although help, which is why you can't leave this place alive. Take them out.
Now disappear! Let's get this show on the road! Step right up! Had enough yet, Lorenzo? I think it's high...
If I had a Mora for every time he was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made...
So it was...
Jealousy. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him. Never bothering to think about the people who loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had. He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their Mora. There was nothing he... And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I had to kill...
And this was your only motive?
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance... Maybe you were in love with Gemma, but
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel?
I am. Caesar was so strict with me. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people value.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items. I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people.
So, that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again.
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your... So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last...
Very well. In that case, Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Loren...
At least I can... At least I can...
Lily has told me the whole... Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him?
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous...
Good point!
Hip. Phew.
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and—
That's besides the—
Did everything go okay?
Of course!
Gosh, I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
It's okay, we understand. He did threaten you. Paimon would find it hard to trust strangers in your position, too. But you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be okay.
sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me, and then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So I never had the courage to speak out. Thank you all. Truly. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time. At least his soul.
Don't blame yourself.
Yeah, you still have the—
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing this show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
In Caesar's honor? Really? Oh, thank you. I'll be there.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic show. Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids... Lenny changed the topic back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to ask Lenny tomorrow evening.
Transfix! Submit!
Lightning flash!
Pyroclastic surge! Overrule! Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Lightning flash! Bellowing thunder!
Overruled. Pitiful. nothing. Here! Overruled. Burn it down! This is where you oh. Take this! Wrath from the sky! Incinerate! Transfixed! Give up! Your life is mine! Rise with the sun! Laid bare! Wanted my full attention, did you? I hear children singing. It's nothing.
Is this the end of GENSHIN?
Burn it down! Lightning flash! Thunderclap! Don't waste my time. Light it up! Submit! It's nothing. Take this! Give up! Pyroclastic surge! Rise with the sun! Lightning flash! Transfixed! Witness my rise! Overruled! Take this! Light of the blazing sun! blast! Light of the blazing sun! Rev the engine! Lightning flash! Transfixed!
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Not bad. Burn it down. Give up.
Take this! Bellowing thunder!
Don't waste my time. This is where you fall. Overruled. Give up. Your life is mine. Don't waste my time. Wrath from the skies! Light it up! Give up!
Thunderclap!
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate! Burn it down! Transfixed! Don't waste my time. Witness my rise. Wrath from the skies!
Here!
Overruled. It's nothing. Submit! life is mine. Rise with the sun! Wrath from the sky!
Something. You wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Add Astro. Thank you for Add Astro.
Children. What are you up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please. This shall not be my fate.
The end of our legacy.
for that.
Is this an answer from this world? Take this! Bellowing thunder!
An impressive bounty.
Light it up! Overruled!
Lightning flash!
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected? My eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Paimon's excited to see another of Linny's magic shows! Wait. Lynette, shouldn't you be on stage by now?
Not this time. My brother, I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin. The great magician Linny has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that...
Wow! A new trick!
Thank you all so much for coming. Now,
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just... It reminds me of him.
No wonder. So, how did you two first meet, Gemma?
Well, I was out on the street. Children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. And somehow, I felt drawn to...
Aw, that sounds so...
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and...
Oh, that's so cute!
Is that right? Then after all...
That's right.
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy.
See? Even with the Phantom Weasel, Lorenzo escaped. Where is he?
What?
As Linny once said, but once the bag... It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you...
What are you talking, Traveler? Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and there will now be a brief intermission, after which Linny will perform. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside in a calm and orderly
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk somewhere else.
dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't. This is a big mistake for a magician to make. But thankfully, I do have a backup plan.
Linny? Don't we have more important things to address? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel.
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking.
Really? Well then,
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine, She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hands. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became... Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket... After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities.
So then what?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers, but I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale.
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me, even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable. Even Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second?
Wait. So you mean the whole... But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end and...
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But...
An excellent answer. Though sadly...
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you...
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have...
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, she'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on. Using twigs, and this was her only source of happiness in life. But once again, she was... This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became... I detest the happiness. I will rob them of everything they hold.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Does this story...
Yes, it is quite to my taste.
Huh. 'Cause without that...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, Linny... Or should I...
Very sharp? Well, no need for... The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the weasel to show themselves. Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe.
Wait... Oh, he taught you magic back then, didn't he?
We remember all 10 years ago, but we...
And? What
Free? Caesar once told me that even though the world... I think that applies... Life took many...
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole? Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion would be directed towards him. But what did he have to gain from all that? He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. He's the reason that you haven't felt the compulsion to steal in all these. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think, but that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you, you'll never see it again.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods. I do hope you'll be able to bear it.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Linny to perform his final act in I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale. Well, wonder no more, for the answer is a death-defying high-altitude escape.
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. But we have now learned that Caesar was wrong.
Guess that's my cue. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but...
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day, you'll end up exactly where I am today. Maybe then you'll finally understand.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So, what do we,
Like Lenny said, when you're ready, let's head.
What about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Lenny after the show.
All right. Well...
What is my truth? Sometimes I think I'm like a gambling addict. All I care about is winning, and it doesn't matter what's at stake. By the time I come to my senses, I'm left with nothing. Oh, if I had my time again.
Magicians are not like thieves. Thieves only tear things apart. But good-hearted magicians, they put things back together.
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Linny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Lenny! Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once.
What a heart-stopping magic show! Caesar's name has finally been cleared.
Whew. Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But oh, you mean the one where Caesar's buried? Yeah, that's probably... All right, let's go look for him there. Are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke. Paimon was sure something had gone horribly wrong.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop.
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we approached him. I told you about my past, but I quickly realized I needed to learn. We were gifted and...
So that's why you...
Yes. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things from him. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, it's my passion. But in truth, there was already a... What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Linny...
Still worried about the way... But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death, and was now declared to be the Phantom Weasel. That night, I remembered his smile. But as I lay there, I didn't know what to say to him. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around, you only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose...
Yeah, cheer up, Linny. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But delicious food, fun toys, and the Traveler by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it left us with each other. That's what gave us the strength to get through the darkest days. That's why the darkness never consumed me, and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every precious ray of light that shines through. All right, time to lighten this conversation up a little.
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't, Winnie, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on! Surely you...
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand! We ain't going along with this!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have
3, 2, 1.
Now, have another look around.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! But more importantly...
Well, if you...
Is that...
look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I bid you both good night. I look forward to seeing you again.
All right, fine. See ya. Shall we head back now, too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning and see what we...
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this interview.
Oh, please, Linny, I'll only take a moment of your time, if you would be so kind.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, but just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that...
That was quick.
Hmm?
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got some... Aha!
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the...
Huh. Okay, then. remember now. You and Gemma were nowhere to be found after the show. What happened between you? Quickfire question. Where did you all go after the show?
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Linny did a private magic trick just for us. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon, guess what? Linny started...
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
No, I just...
What the... This is getting...
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Well, never mind. There's always next time. Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found, I can't turn away. The news about Gemma has already made waves, and I'll stop at nothing to get to the bottom of it all. Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. There's clearly a web of complicated relationships there. Can't blame me for being curious. All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace. Bye for now.
Lynette?
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to distract her.
Oh, really? Oh, thank goodness. You scared Paimon there.
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both. At least it did the job, right?
Please, take good care of that rainbow rose. I'd be really upset if...
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please. Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
बर्तन यहाँ से ले लेना वापस। ठीक है। हैं? क्या बात कर? लेनी जामी कहाँ का लेनी जामी बजाएगी क्या करेगी फिर? स्पॉटलाइट किया। हाँ जाएगी तो 1 मिनट में आएगा। अबे तेरे में पागल लड़की जो दिमाग खराब कर रही है। कैसे बात करनी है तो ज़्यादा इसमें बोल दूँगा। पीछे लीकेज हो रहा भाई तुम्हारा ये पानी वानी। मैं खाना दे रहा हूँ। मैं जल्दी काम बता दिया तुमने। मैं टाइम नहीं है, मैं दूसरी काम तो ये फालतू की बातें ना कर। मेन मिशन पे चले। ये फालतू का मिशन है, फालतू आगे चलना चाहिए था। पीछे का दुबका करका। हाँ सलामत है सामान ले चाहिए तो कहाँ से कर दे रहा हूँ। ठीक है तो बिजनेस मैन आज पता चला सामान बेचता खरीद फरोख्त करता ठीक है। मेरा फोन कैसे बंद हो गया? What the fuck? कॉल क्यों नहीं आई?
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
पहले मिशन कंप्लीट करेंगे जो भी है। बंद कर दिया। चलो भैया अबे यार ठीक है। चलो भाई आज के लिए तो यहीं छोड़ते हैं। ये कल ही करेंगे। यहीं पे छोड़ देते हैं। कल नहीं था पूरा तो भाई कल यहीं पे आते हैं और किलो आ जाए कुल आ जाए इसके कल आते हैं यहाँ पे। बाय बाय गाइस।